Good morning one and all. Welcome to my today's class. Today let us start with lesson number 9, Consumerist Culture, written by Sharon Alexander. Sharon Alexander is the author of this lesson. He is an associate professor of English at St. Joseph's College, Bangalore. He has widely written on literature, culture and ecology. This is about the author. In this lesson, the author has tried to bring about consumerism, how today's man is purchasing the things in malls and shops. Today, we simply purchase them without knowing how much it is essential for us. The things kept in the malls are an attraction to all of us. The offers, the discounts make today's man buy things, even though they are not essential to him. The advertisements make him go crazy. So today's lesson, consumerist culture, is all about this. The things which man buys are mostly unhealthy and harmful to him. The best example is the drinks like Pepsi and Coca-Cola. We all know they cause harm to us, but still we buy, still we go for it. Today's man still consumes them in the name of modernization and westernization. For him, it is only shopping that is important and not the things that he buys. Simply we go for a mall, we see so many things kept there. We take a trolley, go on picking the things, putting it in the trolley. We know we have biscuits at home, but still we take them. We know we have soaps at home, we still take them. We know we have groceries at home, but we still take them. Why? Because we are out for shopping. So this is how today's man has gone crazy. Yes, we all are realizing this. You, me, we all go to the malls, big shopping malls. But how much of the essential things do we buy there? If you finally see the bag which you have shopped, there are more unessential things than the essential things. Simply you go to buy a soap and you buy so many things with it. They were actually not needed. You bought because there was an offer. You got because you were attracted towards it. So this is how we buy the unessential things. We go there, we see a biscuit packet free for another biscuit packet, one free for one. 2 soaps free for the packet of 3 soaps. 2 soaps free for the packet of 3 soaps. Totally we are getting 5 soaps. Do we need 5? No, but still we buy because there is an offer. Finally, our trolley will be full of Pepsi, Coca-Cola, soaps and biscuits and all sort of things. Do we really need them? We all have to think how many things we shopped for are really essential for our day-to-day life. Yes, it's peak time, we all have to think and we have to bear in mind that only essential things have to be shopped for, have to be bought. Coming to the lesson, the pre-activity reading. If you were left with the choice of selecting one between, which are the 2 things between which you have to select? tender coconut water or Pepsi and Coca-Cola? If I ask you children this question, surely you all will opt for Pepsi and Coca-Cola. I know that. Which one would you select? If I say, which one would you select? What would you say? What would be your answer? Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Mountain Dew, all the other names. There are so many choices. Yes, most of you would go for Pepsi and Coca-Cola. We forget the benefits of tender coconut water. We are crazy about Pepsi, crazy about Coca-Cola. But these cause harm to our health. To enjoy the taste, taken in limited quantity, maybe it's okay, but not in large quantities. A bottle free for another bottle. What are you going to do with 2 bottles of Coca-Cola or 2 bottles of Pepsi? Okay. The second selection is between working in India or America. If I ask you the question, after completing your education, would you like to work in India or abroad? The quick answer which comes from your side will be abroad, because you want to earn in lakhs, crores. Most of the children of today want to go to America to work. Why? Because we think we get more salary than our country, India. But children, we have studied in India. Let us serve our motherland first and then choose. The third selection is between the chapatis or pizza. Surely you will go for pizza. We fail to make a good choice. Most of us opt pizza. Our parents tell us chapati is healthier. Eat 2 chapatis. No, but you want to go for pizza. That is why McDonald's is earning in lakhs today, crores today. All investors are foreign investors. The wealth is being swept away to the foreign countries. Let us begin with the first point. I shall explain the lesson point wise. See that you keep the textbook in front of you. Just go on referring paragraph wise. You will surely understand the lesson. Coming to the first point. 2 months ago, the author came across an advertisement which was put outside a posh shopping mall. He could see the board on the top written, "Shop till you drop." What was written on the top? "Shop till you drop." He says, today's man shops till all his money is over without thinking of his needs. Okay, if he really needs it, he is shopping, well and good. But he shops for the things which are unessential, which are not needed. He is mad of buying things. It is nothing, but it characterizes our lives in the years of globalization of the 21st century. In the next paragraph, we can see the subheading, to make believe merchants. Now, what is this? Never before in human history, people had so many choices. There were never so many things on such a vast scale. We never had choices earlier. Many vast variety of choices we never had earlier. But today, yes, we have so many choices. We have flavors of ice cream. We have choices in the soap. We have choices in the, even in the pencil which we write, the pen which we write, the commodities which we use. If we go to buy rice, wheat, there are 3-4 types of rice and 3-4 types of wheat. If you go to buy soap, there are hundreds of soaps you have to choose. If you go to buy a face cream, or you have seen the advertisement of Fair and Lovely fairness cream. Yes, it has made huge profits. Why? Because the known hero and the heroines are doing the advertisement. People buy it. So is the soap, so are the other things. But though there are so many choices, it's of no use. Why? Because seeing to this variety of things, we go for the shopping of unessential things, the ones which cause harm to us, like the cold drinks, like the frozen things. The author says it was hard for our ancestors just 100 years to believe that what? Artificially colored, flavored, sweetened water. Artificially colored, flavored, sweetened water. What is that? Those are your cold drinks. Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Mountain Dew, many other names which you know. Those are sold in billions in the plastic bottles and cans. Our ancestors never thought that this day would come. This would be used as the thirst quenching drink. Whenever we are thirsty, we drink water, plain water. Whenever we are thirsty, we would drink buttermilk. Whenever we were thirsty, we would drink lime juice, lemon water, or we would drink tender coconut water. But today, as soon as we come home from outside, we open up the fridge, take the bottle of cold drinks and have that to quench the thirst. That is what the author says. Our ancestors had never thought of it, that a day would come when these sweetened water, artificially flavored sweetened water would be the drink to quench the thirst. It has no nutritive value. Yes, children, these drinks have really no nutritive value. It rather damages our digestive system, our bones. But still, it is sold in the nook and corner of our country. The nook and the corner refers to the remotest of the villages. There are some villages where there are no roads, where there is no current. Though there is no current, you can find these drinks in the shops. Children, I remember when we were small, when I was small, whenever we would go to someone's house, people would serve us with buttermilk, majjige, or lime juice, sharbat, nimbu sharbat, what we call. Or tea. Tea and coffee were the things which were served to the guests. But today, if there is a guest at home, we serve the guest with the best carbonated drinks. We ask him choice, would you like to have Pepsi or Coca-Cola? Would you like to have Mountain Dew? Because all three are there in your fridge. But all these drinks are harmful. We all know, but we all consume them. We never stop drinking. Let's try to at least reduce it. By selling such drinks, the MNC companies have made huge profits. Huge profits in millions of dollars. Also, the author mentions about the cigarettes, the liquor, which are harmful for our health, but are still sold for profit motives. The only aim of selling this in the market is to make huge profits. Today we can see the sale of hamburgers, fried chicken. Hamburgers are nothing but the sandwiches, like a bun or a bread. Between two pieces of bread, there is a slice of cheese, onion, or like a sandwich hamburger, fried chicken, cosmetics, fashion wear, and there are so many other things which are sold, and the companies selling these are making huge profits, that also in millions of dollars. Coming to point number 3, Hope you have textbook before you. Point number 3. Who is making us buy these things? Yes, who is making us buy? Is anybody forcing us? No, but it is the advertisement. Global advertising today is the biggest and the most sophisticated thought control project ever undertaken. It is this advertisement that makes us go crazy. Some statistics reveal about these advertisements. Benjamin Barber, in his book Jihad vs. Macworld, mentions that from 1950 to 1990, the profit rose from $39 billion to $256 billion. See the vast improvement in the profit. The companies are making huge profit. We are losing money drinking these drinks, and we are going to the hospitals regularly. Advertisers were spending how much on this? To make this much profit, how much they were spending? $15 they were spending in 1950. In 1996, they were spending $50. With this much of spending, they were making $256 billion profit. One single company, hamburger giant McDonald's, you all know about it, spends $1.4 billion each year on advertising. So this is how they spend on advertising, make us go crazy and earn huge profits. The advertisements are increasing day by day. Yes, they have to make advertisement to sell their products. They are correct on their part. We should know what we really need, what we have to buy, what shouldn't be bought. It is on our part. Point number 4. In point 4, author says that worldwide people are spending money on things or stuff they really don't need. Actually, shopping has become more than a need. For people today, shopping has become an entertainment. People don't have control over their shopping. In a survey in USA, it was found that most of the people in America spent half of their leisure time. Leisure time means your free time. Leisure time is the free time. So in America, people spent half of their leisure time watching TV and the other half for shopping. In the shopping malls, they spent half of their leisure time in seeing TV and the other half which was left in the shopping malls. Whatever advertisements they would see on the TV, they would bear it in mind, go to the shopping malls and purchase all the things they had seen in the advertisements. They see the advertisement on TV in their free time and practically do it in the shopping malls. Go and purchase the things. Point 5. Until a decade or a 2 back, if you go a decade or a 2 back, decade is 10 years. If you go 10 to 20 years back, we Indians were not affected by this. We Indians had limited choice, limited purchasing everything. But today, the shopping malls have come out. The big shopping malls, we can say, they are sprouting even in the smaller towns. What is important for man is choice. The word choice is very important for man. Western nations have enjoyed this choice of things long ago, many years ago. Western nations have enjoyed all this. Developed nations they are, so they have enjoyed all this variety of things, choices available. But we Indians didn't have this, but today we are having. We Indians are just beginning to enjoy this choice. This word choice is very important. Here author gives an example of a man who had visited America some years ago. A person from India had visited America some years ago. The man noticed that in America there were, say, around about 83 different flavors of ice cream. When he saw these 83 different flavors of ice cream, he wished. What was his wish? Hope in India also we find so many varieties of ice creams. This was his wish. It was his dream. Today, what that person dreamt has come true. Yes, today we find varieties of flavors in ice creams. The Americans have enjoyed this long ago. Long ago they have enjoyed so many flavors of ice creams. It is we Indians who are enjoying right now. Finally, author says, are so many choices necessary for man? Needed for man? Ice cream. 1, 2, 3, 4 choices. Enough. 4 varieties. From that we can choose one. Man led a better life even without so many choices, says the author. Author says, without these choices, man has enjoyed his life earlier also. But today's children, the youngsters of today, want choice. If they don't get that particular brand, they go to 10 malls to shop for the same brand. If we want to buy a TV at home, we want to buy Sony Bravia TV itself. Why is that? Choice. If we are not getting it in our village, we go to a town. If we are not getting in a town, we go to a metro. But we want the same brand. That is today's generation. Next, you will find the tragic comedy of development. You will find the subheading, the tragic comedy of development. Now, what is this tragic comedy of development? Development is good, but what is tragic comedy? The author wants to highlight the point that though man has so many choices, though man has so many shopping malls to shop, though we see so much of development, we still lag behind. Remember, after all these choices, India is still a developing nation. Here he gives an example of a car. He says, today we find different varieties of car, different brands of cars in India. Yes, we find. Agree, we find different brands of cars. BMW, Skoda, Hyundai, Duster, so many. You all know so many cars. Which one you like? We have so many choices. But are we having such roads, such good roads to run them? Do we have such good roads in India to run them, those cars, those branded cars? That is the tragic comedy of development. Though development is there, different varieties of cars. You are getting BMW, you are getting Ferrari here. Yes, you are getting. You can purchase, you are having money to purchase, you will purchase. But do you have the roads to run them? No. This is the tragic comedy of development. Our roads are bad and getting worst. So what are you going to do purchasing such a model car? Such a nice car? Yes, it's very good. You are paying 35 lakh, 40 lakh, 50 lakh. Yes. But that car is useless here on these roads. Today, so many shopping malls, apartments, luxurious resorts are coming up. Yes, we can see many apartments, luxury resorts coming up every maybe a month, maybe once in 1 month or once in 6 months you go to the resorts. They have, but these resorts, these apartments, these shopping malls have eaten away. They have taken that place of the parks, the playgrounds where our children used to play and enjoy. That they had the physical activities. Children used to play cricket, children used to play lagori, children used to play so many things. There is no place for children to play. Where do they play? On mobile, on TV, with the serials, and with the mobile there are no physical activity. Where has all this free space gone? Who has eaten away our free space? The shopping malls, the apartments, the luxury resorts. Which are more useful? The same story is with transportation, healthcare, libraries, education. We can see privatization of all these firms. The companies are making huge profits. The best example of hospital we can give at present is the COVID-19, the pandemic COVID-19. Many of the private hospitals were charging people in lakhs. The patients were not given proper food and other facilities. In some hospitals, it is not with all the hospitals, people feared of this virus while private hospitals earned in lakhs. Yes, people had the fear of death, but the people have feared of this COVID-19, people feared of death, but the private hospitals made huge profits. However, there were other few hospitals who looked after the COVID patients very well. We cannot blame all of them. So this was the case with few of the hospitals. The best example is of COVID-19. That is why today we find all the schools closed. Schools are still not reopened. It is because of the health of the children. The health of the children is more important than anything. But at the same time, education is also important. So let's see what the government decides. Coming back to the lesson, even in the name of education, fees have been collected by the parents for the child's academic year. That is a problem we all are facing today. Our parents are facing today. As a parent, I am facing today. But there are no schools running. Schools are telling, pay the fees. But are they running? No. How are classes going on? Online. Are you all attentive? No. You all are sleeping and watching the classes. Whereas the teacher is busy taking stress and teaching on the board. Today we find only online education, which 99% of the children have not understood. It is parents who are studying and not the child. This is today's education. And most of the schools, fees is being collected, but teachers have not been employed. No salary for the teachers. They are running online classes with only a few teachers. Then where is all this collection of fees going? This is the tragic comedy of our development. I give you the example of car, I give you the example of hospital, I give you the example of school, education, health and today's economy. But who are the real sufferers in all this circus which is going on? It's the middle class, the poor section people, the poor people, the middle class people. Coming to point number 7, advertisers and marketing professionals are working hard to see that each and every person, even the one who is living in the remotest village, is made to buy the things. Yes, the companies advertise in such a way that the remotest village, the person staying in the remotest village will know what a Pepsi is, what a Coca-Cola is, what shampoo is. Earlier, they never used shampoo. They used to use Rita, Shikakai. Today, if we go to a shop and just ask the shopkeeper, give me a shampoo sachet or give me a bottle of shampoo, he will ask you. Advertisers and marketing professionals are working hard to see that each and every person, even the one who is living in the remotest village, is made to buy the things right from Coca-Cola to shampoo. If you go to a shop and ask him to give you a bottle of shampoo, he will ask, which one do you want? And he will tell you the names of nearly 5 to 10 shampoos. You have to choose. Advertisement is put in such a way that every person gets attracted. You see the advertisement, Salman Khan does the advertisement of Coca-Cola. The heroines do the advertisement of Fair and Lovely. So you get attracted by all this, and then when you go to the shopping mall, when you go to the big malls, you search for that particular brand. You see where Salman Khan is, you don't see where Coca-Cola is. So when we see all these advertisements, we feel attracted, and at least once we want to buy those things, we just want to try once. But at least you are buying the thing. Even to try, you have to buy the thing. So man is commercially being exploited. That day is not far when we will be easily able to get Coke, but not tender coconut water or buttermilk. That day is not far. The author says that day is not far when we will be able to get Coca-Cola, but we will not be able to get tender coconut water. We will not be able to get buttermilk. We can see how we are using the plastics today. Have you seen how we are using the plastics? Each and everything. We eat in the plastic, we drink in the plastic. How harmful it is. The plastic garbage, even in the rural areas, is collected in tons. Coming to point 8, in the name of development, the World Bank is giving loans to many private firms, MNC companies to run their business. Bank is giving loan to run its business. The MNC companies are taking loan to run their business. Who is filling their stomachs? Who are making profits to them? We people. They hope India to be another America. They hope for a free market economy in every corner of the globe. These agencies would be happy to see 2 cars in a garage like that of America. Yes, America is a developed nation, sophisticated people, where we find 2 cars, 3 cars for a house. There are big garages. The villa itself is quite big. They have big garages where they park 2 to 3 cars. There are 4 people in the house, 4 members in the house, there are 4 cars. That is America. This is India. But these big companies, they are hoping for such a thing in India. They wish to see the glow of McDonald's and Pepsi signs all over the highways. On the highway, if you see, they want all these boards to be put up. But we shall realize the false development only after seeing the garbage. We throw out the garbage which we throw out, the plastic cups, the junked cars, the refrigerators, the TV sets. But do we see such garbage in a developed nation like America? No. But we find these in our country. USA always stands a developed, clean nation, whereas our country still remains a developing nation. We hope India to be a developed nation like USA. We hope that teachers in future will certify India as a developed country. We hope the role models finally certify India as developed. But still, our youth are rushing to America. The Indians are still, the youth in India are still rushing to America for what? To get an MBA degree, they are going to America. Why? Prefer abroad degree. Coming to the subheading, the only way out. How practical is it to make it a developed nation? The author says it is estimated that to make it a model of development, a reality for all of India and China, leaving aside other developing nations, the resources of planet Earth will prove to be inadequate. We need at least another 3 planets. The global corporation wants to see the development. They are paving the paths, but the author says before all this could happen, the world would be finished. Coming to point 10, the author says it's hard to see any model of development based on high consumption lifestyles that are mostly through advertisements. The advertisers, the market expansions are not only unsustainable but also highly dangerous for the well-being of whom? We human beings, well-beings of humanity. They are dangerous for the well-being of humanity. The high prices paid will make it most suicidal enterprise the humans have ever thought or undertaken. The author says we need alternate models of development. It's not wise to hand over the businessman. It is not wise to hand over to the businessman the task of ruling the world. Task of ruling the world should not be given in the hands of businessmen. That is what is actually happening today. The businessman cannot be said to have the wisdom or will to think of the welfare of humanity. It is not a part of training of business administrators. You are not being taught in an MBA degree to think of the welfare of the humanity. What they teach for you is only to make huge profits. They are only trained for what? To maximize the profit of the corporations, of the MNC companies who have appointed you. They have paid you high salary for what? So that you can make projects and bring back huge profits to them. Welfare of humanity or the other things are secondary to all these businessmen. Their only motive is profit, huge profit. Example, when you go to buy a TV, the TV shop, if you go to buy a TV or even the big shopping malls, if you go to buy a TV, say if the cost of the TV is some 60,000 and you are ready to buy, but you see that your bank balance is 55,000. So actually you had gone to buy a TV of 40,000, but when you saw their different models, you liked a model of 60,000, so you want to buy a TV of 60,000, but the budget which you are having is short by 5,000. Will the shopkeeper give you the TV because you have liked it so much? Will he give? No. His only aim is profit to the corporation, to the company for which he is working. He doesn't see to your need. He doesn't see to your budget. He keeps in mind only company's profit. Point 11. The only way to restore sanity is for the local communities, the cooperatives, civil societies and democratic governments to take the control over the country. Now, all is being handled by the businessmen and the MNC companies, the multinational companies. So this should be taken back. We have to reawaken the spiritualities and the traditions. A time has come where we have to reawaken the spiritualities and the traditions. Mahatma Gandhi ji once said that earth has enough resources to satisfy man's need, but it does not have that quantity of resources that it can satisfy man's greed. Earth has resources to satisfy man's needs, but not man's greed. Man's greed is never ending. Want, want, want. Man only says, I want. He never says enough. Point 13. All human beings have a right to basic material requirements for a life of dignity. Yes, but there should be an end to the necessities. At a particular point, one has to say enough. The materialistic things. To what he has to say enough? To the materialistic things. Then one should turn to the commodities of the spirit, the arts, the culture, the community life, in order to make life more meaningful and sustainable. It is a spiritual, philosophical decision for both the individuals and the communities to make. The American philosopher Henry David Thoreau once said, superfluous wealth can only buy superfluities. Superfluous wealth can only buy superfluities. Money is not required to buy even one necessity of the soul. Money can buy only materialistic things, not what is needed by the soul. Not what is needed by the soul. The tradition, the culture cannot be bought by money. We have to stop depending on the verse, shop till you drop. We need to buy only that much, how much we really need. Yes, we need to buy that much, only how much we need, not more than that. Then only we will be able to do something for our beloved earth, our mother earth. Yes, we should have an end for our cravings, for our greed. We have to have an end. Then only it is possible for us to stay happy, healthy, satisfied. Hope you all have understood the lesson, children. If you have liked my video, if you have understood the lesson, please do like, share, subscribe. Try to tell more of your friends about the video. Let's all spread knowledge. Thank you.